Exactly. And see, they got. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to another episode of Millionaire Man Cave Live right here on all, like I said, all streaming platforms. But I think we got a good Facebook, we got the good YouTube, we got the good Instagram. So a good 1 hour of behind the scenes of what men talk about during the day. We talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I ain't even gonna go too far in it because I think we got quite a bit to talk about tonight. So as always, my brother from another mother is in the building with us tonight. What's going on, Millionaire Mike? I just here so I don't get fined.
Yes, sir. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm not talking tonight.
Who's finding you, Mike? Who's finding you? Because I don't think any of us getting paid for
this. I know, right? I thought about Marshawn. Yo, that's my dude, man. Marshawn. I'm a fan, so y'all ever watch his stuff? We'll talk about that later. But he got stuff that he does on Prime TV.
Does he? I didn't know that
during the season.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Yep. I'm doing all right, doing well.
I've seen him on a couple different shows, but I haven't.
He got he like on a show. He like acting for real now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I've seen him on different shows. I've seen him on some reality shows. I didn't know he's acting, but I've seen him on some.
I didn't either.
It was one. It was like a comedy show that he was on where he was like, I can't remember the name of it, but I had to look it up.
Okay.
Let you know.
But now he would visit the locations before the games on Thursday nights, and like one time he chopped it up with I think. One of the players' fathers. One time he went to like a famous place in that city. He just did different things on Thursday nights.
I wonder if he would have talked to Taylor Swift had he gone to a Kansas City game.
Did she want to talk to him?
Now, I got a strong. She probably would, but I got a strong feeling he would have talked to her.
You never know.
That'd have been a clean, abrupt no. I don't want to go talk to that. Never mind. Anyway, also in the building with tonight, we got my man John, aka Mr. Old Fashioned, in the building. How you feeling tonight, John?
Feeling like I'm drinking my old fashioned, having a drink with the guys. Happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you guys. No cigars tonight. I'm stuck indoors.
You got the smoky old fashioned nose. I guess that takes away from the cigars.
I did smoke the old fashioned. My wife
you got the Adams family.
Right. She won't let me smoke cigars in the house, but I can smoke an old fashioned in here.
Gotcha. Is it your first time doing it?
Nah. Man, she got me like this whole set, man. Like it got all these different wood chips. It's got like 6 different kinds of wood chips to choose from, and I've been doing this job for a minute, so
at least she pay attention. Though I would say at least she pay attention. She knows the things that you like, rather than her getting you some random stuff, and you'd be like, "When have you ever heard me say I wanted a wrench and socket set?" Right? Don't fix nothing, but you got me a wrench and socket set.
Yeah, but see, the interesting thing about this though is, and I love her for getting me what she sees that I would use, but at the same time, she also gives me a hard time about drinking. So how do those two things go hand in hand, right? Like
she gives you a hard time, but she feeds your fetish.
Yeah, she also
So to
bought
speak.
me a humidor. So I'm like, you bought me a humidor, you got me a smoker, you got me glasses with my name on it. What I'm supposed to do with these things? I gotta use them. What kind of person, what kind of husband would I be if I didn't use the things that you got for me?
Right.
Facts.
So I
I'm
mean,
gonna try to come up with some excuse for her, but I can't figure one out, John. You got how you gonna fuss at me and say you don't want me smoking, you don't want me drinking, but you buy me a humidor and you buy me a smoking kit for for my drinks and she bought you a whole bar too, didn't she?
a whole bar. It's a whole bar over there. I'm looking at the bar and I had to fill it up.
Because if you didn't, then she'd be like, "Why you don't never use the stuff that I buy you?"
Why you don't use the stuff
right? Exactly.
So I use it almost every day. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a day.
Now you need to tell her, John, since you have issues outside with the Wi-Fi and the tent, tell her you don't need a whole man cave. You don't want a man cave because it's no good for you. And then maybe she'll buy you a man cave, shed to sit out back.
Right. That's what I need.
Yeah.
That's what I need. That's what I don't need. I don't need that.
Use that reverse psychology. You don't need.
I don't need that.
It ain't good for you, and you should not be doing it. And thus, she'll go ahead and buy it for you. Either that, John, or she's trying to take you out, dog. One or the other.
Whoa.
She could be trying to take you out.
I hadn't thought about that. That might be part of it. I ain't mad at it if that's the way I got to go. But
yeah. Your wife was my dog, but she might be trying to take you out though, John. I don't know.
She did make me go get a life insurance policy.
See?
She might be trying to take me out. She a nurse. She know other ways. She could do it other ways though. She ain't got to do it slow.
Yeah, that's true.
He died on top of me.
But she don't want you at
Color
the
purple.
same time. It got to be slow because you don't want to be too suspicious.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
Be like,
especially after just getting life insurance.
Right. He died of natural causes the day after getting life insurance. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Oh man. So I'm watching the y'all watching the tournament, the March Madness? At all?
Not yet. Is Howard tonight?
Howard playing right now and they losing to Wagner. Okay. I don't even know where Wagner is.
They're playing. Wagner? So who they
they playing Wagner right now.
On what channel?
I don't know where Wagner is.
What channel is this? I don't even know what Wagner is. True? It's on True TV.
I don't think I got True TV.
Whatever True TV is.
I know what True TV is, but I don't think I got True TV.
Yo, this is one thing. So this is what I like about YouTube TV. Not a sponsor.
So I do got True TV. I do got True TV. If you got it.
Yeah. But you know what it did? One day I turned on. Yeah, one day I turned on YouTube TV, and what that John said, it just said March Madness. Pick the teams you want to follow. And it just so I picked Howard, I picked University of Maryland, I picked Michigan State because I'm, Michigan State, my school. Maryland is right here, and Howard, they the only HBCU I think is in the tournament.
No, so they got to play in, and then if I'm not mistaken, Norfolk State also got to play in as well.
Norfolk State is I missed
they
that.
Got they're very low seeded schools.
I don't remember seeing Norfolk State. When I looked at
I believe it's another HBCU. It's another HBCU that's in the play-in.
Let me see something.
I don't know. I believe it's good, but I could be wrong.
Okay, but anyway, so
yeah,
I'm just checking that out. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at that right there, and it made me think about this whole idea of like, what you got the bracket? Oh, I ain't even do the bracket, man. I should have did a bracket. But you do want
glasses to see it though.
I think on Thursday. Thursday's the last day. You can actually fill out a bracket.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just do it for personal,
official games.
Just to watch
the official
myself.
Games start. Yeah, the official games start Thursday at 12.
Oh,
Grambling, not Norfolk State. Grambling.
Thank you, Mike.
That's the other HBCU.
Okay, okay.
So you doing the bracket now?
I don't know. I don't know if I got time to sit down and do all of that. You know what? I'm gonna tell you where I go wrong every year. I put Michigan State in the Final Four.
Why?
Because I'm a Michigan State fan, so I'll be like, Michigan State gonna beat Villanova. Michigan State gonna beat, and I'll be like, then they don't do nothing. I'll be like, dang, what was I thinking? I knew better than that.
Say, no, this is not the old days with Chris Webber, Juwan.
I know.
When was the last time Michigan State made the Final Four? Hell,
it's been a long time. But they make it in my mind. They make it in my mind every year.
Hey, look, before we get too far though, Ty, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing. I'm doing. What's good? I'm good. I'm here. I'm straight.
Because you always ask about us, and you know, every now and then somebody asks about you.
every now and then I get cared about. No, I'm good, dog. I'm good. I can't complain. It's another Tuesday. Straight chilling, enjoying life, enjoying work. I got a couple work trips coming up. So matter of fact, next week during the show, I'll be in the A for work. So next week I'll be doing the show from Atlanta. I might the dude that with the So remember last week we were talking about skating. He was talking about shooting the duck.
Yeah. I remember because I was like, what the heck?
Did y'all look it up? I figured out what shooting the duck was. So he wound up texting me and shooting the duck. Let me see if I can bring it up.
Is it a move in skating?
Yes, it's a move in skating that I was like, what the hell is shooting the duck? And so he had sent me.
They got names for that shit. I ain't know.
I had no clue that they had names for shit like shooting the duck. That's called shooting the duck.
Oh, you hold your
going
foot
down
out
on one foot, grabbing the other foot in front of you.
I've seen people do that.
Why they call it shooting? Anyway, I don't even care.
I don't know why it's called shooting the duck.
Why it's called shooting the duck, I don't know. But I had to mention that because he was my man Nick. So my man Nick, the dude who said something about shooting the duck, we was all like, "What the fuck is shooting the duck?" I'm gonna see if I can get him to join me next week on the show. I'm gonna see if I can get him to join me.
Okay. Oh, that'd be dope.
Because I'll be down in Atlanta. So I'm gonna see if I can get him to join the show. He watches. He usually watches after the fact. He'd be like, "Yo, I watch the show like Thursday because I want y'all live on Wednesday." I was like, "Tuesday, dog." It was Tuesday.
He out there shooting it. He too busy out there shooting the duck. You know what I'm saying? He duck hunting all over the place. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't skate much. I don't know much about skating. I just know that I used to go to Crystal Skate in Temple Hills when they had go-go bands, and sometimes it was a spot just to go to, even though you don't skate.
Hey, John, is Crystal Skate still open? I heard they closed, but then I heard
they open back up.
I think they might have opened back up. We don't go that far. That's too far away for us. Plus I don't skate. So what?
Temple Hill area?
That's too far away for us.
So
we go to Lanham. We go to Lanham Skate. We take my son to Lanham Skate. I say we, my wife. I don't get nowhere near no ice.
I think last Tuesday or last Monday when they was there for his birthday, you was nowhere to be found, sir.
Hell no! Please, man, I ain't doing that.
I was there. I was skating in the background.
You was in
I was like, look at me, I'm skating in the background. That's me right there. I was just skating in the background.
Man, you ain't getting me nowhere near no skates. I don't want nothing. Look, the only thing that I'm getting on that got wheels is a car.
No, I did go skating. It was funny. I actually did go skating before your son, my godson's birthday, the day before. But obviously, I was here in North Carolina. My cousin, who's actually from Maryland, she came down here with her boyfriend, and they went down here to see some family and whatnot. And I actually met them at the skating ring. And that's what she actually is the one who told me that Crystal Skates was back open again up in that area. Okay. I knew they closed it down for a hot minute because it wound up becoming a hot spot. After a while. I was telling my wife it's a skating ring that used to be a club, pretty much.
Right.
I said that. I was like, it was a place to be, even if you didn't know how to skate.
Yeah, exactly. It was a skating ring that there used to be a club, and that joint used to have multiple rings. And if your ass wasn't if you wasn't good, stay out the big ring, because that was the advanced drink where people was they was probably shooting the duck, and they were shooting more than the duck in the big ring.
Right.
They were shooting more than the duck.
They were shooting all kind of shit. They were shooting dice. They were shooting...
Exactly. Oh,
they might have been shooting people. I don't know.
All while skating. They was rolling around, shooting the dice, and come back around. Give me my money.
Right. Exactly.
Whole time.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Crystals.
Good old crystals. Yeah.
So you wouldn't go skating again, John?
Bro, first off, I'm a big man.
It's big dudes to skate.
But they already
old
know how
man.
to skate.
I can see it.
They already know how to skate. I can't fall down on them things. I can't.
Oh no! I told if I fall, leave me right there, dog. I'm not getting back up.
I can't. I can't wake up the next morning and find out that I done bruised myself or broke something or hurt something because I fell on some skates. I needed to be. No, I can't do that. That's just I can't. I'm too old for that. I'm too far beyond that. Like I can't do nothing like that.
Yeah, I've been on skates, but it's been. I'm trying to think. The last time was probably a good 10 years ago. Not 10, maybe 7 years ago when my daughter went. But it's not something I do.
Yeah, it's a workout.
Yeah, why is good? My son is good. He's good at skating too.
Okay. Can't he shoot the duck?
Right.
You know what? I think if you showed it to him one good time, he'd be out there doing it. He'd be shooting the duck. He'd be killing the duck. He'd be eating the duck. He'd do all of
it. Shooting dice.
You know why I said he don't give a
he don't give a duck. He don't give a duck.
Exactly.
He out there. That boy, he don't got no fear, man. I love that about him for sure. So he don't got no fear.
It's a learned trait.
Yeah.
It's a what?
A learned trait. Fear.
Yeah. Fear.
Oh, fear.
Yeah, fear.
So and I know that because I definitely it's the reason why my oldest son has he is cautious. He's cautious because his father is cautious. He's cautious because we were cautious with him as a child, right? But when the second one came along, we was like, he fine.
I was about to say.
So I got to look that up, dog. I don't feel like fear is a learned trait.
Well, I don't think it's fear. I don't think so. Fear is something that everyone has, right? Like flight or fight is a natural thing. But there is, and we interchange fear with cautiousness, and being people who are cautious fear things going wrong, right? They fear something not working out. I think that's the difference. What the difference?
So I think I disagree, and the reason I disagree is because as a child, what do you fear until something happens? You either something happens to you. So let's say a child fall, a child's gonna get up and they were like, yo, I see everybody else around this bitch walking. I want to go walk too. Not knowing how to walk. They get up, they fall down, and then they usually cry. And they cry because they're like, oh crap, something happened. What they doing ain't just work for me. I just hurt myself. So now I've learned, okay, maybe let me be a little bit more cautious, and even to the point where maybe even be fearful. Or if the child sees that their parent reacts to something a certain way, normally children don't react. A child can fall, and the child usually does not react. It's the people around them. Oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God. And then the child goes, oh shit, something didn't happen. Now their emotion has usually changed, making them fearful, like, oh shit, I guess I just hurt myself, because there are people like all looking at me acting like I'm actually cool. So that's why I say I think fear is a learned trait. They either get it from an adult or a parent, or not necessarily adult, but someone in their environment, or they've done something in which they have a reaction to that goes, okay, maybe I don't want to do that again because that ain't feel good.
So okay, I hear what you're saying, but I disagree.
Okay,
Because I feel like there are things. I feel like there are things that happen in front of us that we fear because they frighten us, not because somebody else reacted to it a certain way. Like if you see something that is unusual to you, for instance, you see a clown with sharp teeth and blood coming out of their mouth, that might frighten you. You ain't got to have nobody else around.
Because you've seen movies, TV shows, or you've seen whatever with fangs that go, oh shit, if it got fangs, blood coming out, that bitch about to bite. And so now you see it on the clown, you're like, oh shit, that crazy bitch is about to bite. So now I'm definitely fearful.
Well, can I tell you something, Ty?
Okay.
If you saying that the only way I get to that point is if I see somebody else get to that point first, then damn it, there should be a lot of dead ass dumb people. Because that means that you have that, like, the whole idea of fear, in my perspective, is that fear is the reason why, like, that's like help. It's like help for survival of the fittest, right? Like if you don't learn to be cautious about things that are happening.
Wait, John, you just said it though. If you don't learn, you learned it. It's not.
But not necessarily because somebody else experienced it. It could have been, for instance, if I slam my hand in a door, I am going to be afraid of slamming my hand in the door again because that shit.
And that's what I said. That's what I said.
Okay. But it ain't because it's not because of somebody else. It's not because of somebody else.
It happened to you too, and you say, "Oh shit, that didn't feel good." So now you go, "Oh, now I'm fearful of it because it happened to you." My bad. Go ahead.
So I'm not going to try to discredit what Ty said because I feel like some people that does happen to. However, going back with John, it's a feeling. It's if we're talking about fear, not the caution part, but just fear, it's a survival thing. I mean, a deer, is afraid of a lion, or whatever for good reason, but it's not a learned trait. It's something different. But then the other thing I wanted to say with that was kids just have a higher meter or a lower meter, however you want to say it, because they haven't had the experiences. Whether or not they've seen it or not, they, like for instance, my mom told me fire is going to burn you. I still touched it, and then after I experienced it, I was like, okay, that's why she said that,
I mean, if you saw your mama stick her hand in that fire and burned her ass, you'd be like, guess what? I seen what it just did to her. I ain't about to stick my hand in that fire.
I have the hard noggin. I don't learn a lot by other people's experiences. I really have to experience myself for probably 70% of the things I learn.
So let me ask you this: what would you consider to be the smarter way? And maybe smarter is a strong word. To have to experience it for yourself, or seeing somebody else having experience and being like, "Nah, I'm good on that."
Hell yeah, I'd rather learn from somebody else. I'd rather learn from somebody else.
Because honestly, part of me wants to believe that it's better to like see somebody else fail at it or like have a bad situation. They jump off of something and they break something. I'm like, nah, I ain't about to do that. But at the same time,
it ain't gonna happen to me.
There are people who believe it ain't gonna happen to me, right? Like they believe that I can do it, and if they believe that they can do it,
they still do it.
They still might not do it, but they believe they could.
Let me tell y'all something. So I told y'all I got a hard head, and 70% of the stuff I learned, I had to experience myself. I don't, even though I see it, I still end up doing it. Key point, and I'll put some business out there. My brother, when he was in high school, had a job at Safeway. got fired for stealing. 4 years later, I had a job at Safeway and got fired for stealing.
Mike, you was just dumb. You was just dumb.
Like, I know it happened to him.
mean,
it ain't gonna happen to me.
But
it ain't gonna happen to me, right? Like,
yeah. So that's what it was. It was. I mean, and
what was
I
you
probably
stealing,
got
Mike? All right, what was you? I'm curious. What was you stealing?
So I could have opened my own grocery store.
So you was stealing food.
Some now later.
You wasn't stealing, right? You wasn't stealing money. You was stealing food.
Yeah, no money. I used to steal stuff and sell it. I used to steal stuff just because I wanted it. But I used to steal boxes of stuff. Like, I wouldn't just grab stuff off the shelf. I'd take boxes of stuff, put it out back, and this went on for months. I mean, like I said, I probably got enough stuff to open up my own grocery store. And funny story, when I actually got caught, I got fired for stealing a Ninja Turtle pie. Y'all remember them? The pudding pies?
Pie?
Yep.
Them things was disgusting. They was nasty as shit too.
But listen, so I told you I used to put stuff out back when I would take the trash out, and I'd roll my car around, pick it up, whatever. When I got fired that night, I had a trunk full of stuff. I had stuff all in my jacket. But the thing that he saw me, or that somebody saw me take, was that Ninja Turtle pie. And when he called me to the office, that's what he asked for.
Let me get that pie back, Mike.
I am in the office with him. Like, I hope he don't find out the other stuff I'm sitting here with, and I hope he don't know about all that stuff I got in my car. It was crazy. He was firing me, and I'm just like, okay.
And then the turtle pie, that was the straw that broke the camel's back right there, boy.
It was crazy.
Why were you stealing so much food though, dog? I've been curious.
Because I could.
Because I could. Y'all,
that saying.
I know I'm going to heaven.
Don't mean you should.
I'm going to heaven because y'all fools be out here.
Y'all, them right there. He didn't want to steal the food just because he could.
Yeah, dog. I had a habit. When I was younger, I had a habit. I used to do a lot.
I don't think I ever really stole anything. Real talk. I don't think I ever stole. I'm trying to think. Have I ever stolen anything? I may have stolen some stuff out, like some money out of my mother's purse or something like that, or something. But I never went into a store and maybe some candy. Maybe some Nihilators or some nerds out of 7-Eleven, in DC a couple times. But it was, I ain't never really steal that like that.
Yeah, no, I was a frequent flyer, I guess you'd say. And when I graduated from convenience stores and pharmacy stores, like it wasn't CVS back then, it was like People's Drug or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. When I graduated from stealing out of convenience stores and stores like that, I went to stealing out of department stores. And that lasted a good summer until I got arrested.
So you was a big time thief.
If you want to say so.
No. Yeah. At that point in time, Mike, you was shoplifting.
He was a big time.
You elevated to shoplifting. Right. You wasn't just stealing no more. You still candy. You still candy.
I got arrested for a grand larceny because it was
the closest I ever got to anything like that was I opened up the lotion in the store and pumped something in my hand because my hands were and the guy came out of the room. He was like, "You ain't supposed to open that." I was like, "Man, look, it's all good. I'm sorry. I just use a little lotion." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "I'll pay for it."
So I had been caught before several times doing different stuff. Like, you just made me think about that. One of the first times I got caught, I was actually with my mother on Andrews Air Force Base, stealing candy out of a open bag. It was an open bag, and I would take stuff out of the bag and eat it. I would take the candy out the bag and eat it. I kept coming back. I was probably like 7 years old. Oh my God!
Have your kids ever stolen anything? You know what?
Yes.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. But
and I made him take that shit back. We was in the dollar store one day, and he come out with a candy bar that I knew damn well neither me nor his mother had bought for his little with his ass. And I said, "Go take that shit back. Go take it back."
Candy bar from?
Right, where you get candy bar from, nigga? Well, your mother ain't buy. I just sat right there with your mother. And we ain't buy no candy. Where you get the candy bar from? And he getting ready to open the drink. I hear the drink crackling. And I'm like, "Yo, where you get that from?" And he got quiet. I was like, "Dog, go take it back. Go take it back now.
That's
I don't care. Go put it back on the counter. Go put it back. Go put it back."
Wow.
Yeah.
First time I remember stealing something, I was probably about five or six, and they used to deliver. This was like early 80s or late 70s. They used to deliver Krispy Kreme donuts or some kind of donuts on your doorstep. I lived in Potomac Heights in Maryland, Oxon Hill at the time. It's Fort Washington now, but and they would deliver the donuts to your doorstep. And so I walked around the back of the neighborhood to like the other side that we never go to, took a box and brought it back home.
That was Krispy Kreme. I used to do that.
I was like 5 or 6 years old. That's when it started.
Krispy Kremes, I've done that before. Yeah. But I ain't steal them, but I've done the delivery part before.
Yeah.
Y'all some
but I haven't stolen anything in probably 30 damn years. So
now
I was probably like 20 years old the last time I probably stole something.
My kids still steal to this day, John. You asked about kids. My kids still steal to this day.
Are you serious?
Don't check out. I be like, "Yo, that's not free." And I tell them, I say, "When you see the camera, when your ass get caught, don't come to me." It is not free. Well, it said, "Nope, you ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to ring up this and then take this." Nope. The camera catch you. You've been forewarned, because I'm gonna keep walking like I don't know you.
That is interesting, man. I don't know. I mean,
so
I guess
I don't learn by watching people. I learn by experience.
Yeah, that's wow. How do we get on the stealing thing? Now we was
I know, right?
Where we started, right?
I learned by experience. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 before I actually get it through my head.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well,
I'm a different type of dude.
Mike part of that fuck around and find out crew.
Right.
He gonna fuck around and find out.
I'm gonna test it sometimes. Yeah.
I am, I guess it's always funny because I look at myself and I'm like, yeah, I'm a rule follower through and through. And it is, sometimes I feel like it's problematic because I'm married to a woman who is not a rule follower. But maybe that's because she's from New Jersey and don't nobody follow no rules in New Jersey except the only rule they follow in New Jersey that you don't get out and pump your own gas, right? That's a rule. So everybody,
you ain't got no choice. They won't let you. They won't let you in Jersey.
But then them people from Jersey, they know holds balls. So
John got
my wife is a strict rule follower.
Mine used to be
to the letter.
Mine still is, but she ain't as strict as she used to be. She ain't got a little lenient, she ain't got a little lenient with her rule following days. But she still follow the rules for the most part. I don't know.
I guess you started experiencing crazy things in the world. You'd be like, really?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, exactly.
But I was just thinking, it's funny thinking about Stephanie because she's a rule follower like through and through ever since she was born for the most part. And now, well, I mean, for several years, many years, her job is like compliance. It's about making other people follow the rules. And she's good at her job.
There's a job out there for people like us, and that is it.
Yes, right? There is.
Making sure other people follow the rule. Hey, so there's been I know we don't really do like with a Twitter files, black Twitter files or X files or whatever.
We can do it anytime you want.
We can do whatever we want, right?
I need to know what's going on in
Black X Files. We doing Black X Files. Black Twitter Files.
Black Twitter Files.
Question of the week. Which one was it? Black Thread Files. Which one is it?
Is Thread still a thing?
Threads is still a thing. It's starting to pick up.
Okay.
I actually think it's starting to pick up. I think more and more people are starting to get on it now because they don't want to, be on X with, you heard what happened to Don Lemon, right?
Don Lemon, yeah.
No. What?
So Don Lemon was given a show on X, on Twitter or whatever, by Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. Then he scheduled and had an interview with Elon Musk. And he started asking Elon Musk questions, like regular, journalism questions. And Elon was like, I don't have to answer these questions.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, the only reason why I'm doing this interview is because you're on my platform and you asked. But I don't have to answer any of these questions. And then he sent Don Lemon a email later on after the interview and said, you're canceled.
Oh, my God.
Yep, Don Lemon.
Wow.
Don Lemon aired the interview. Don Lemon was able to air the interview. And Elon, he answered some of them, but most of them he was like, and Don Lemon was on the View yesterday. He was saying, because I think it came out yesterday. He was saying, like, he's never had to deal with somebody. I mean, Elon Musk, that is, who had to hold him accountable. And so the questions that he was asking, he was like, I wasn't trying to be harmful. And I was just holding him accountable for the things he's either said and or done, from his drug use to his, political views, to allowing the platforms to be, free speech, so on and so forth. And he was like, I was just, like John said, was doing his journalistic duties. And Elon was like, nah, I'm not having that one. Nope.
Yeah.
And went beyond that to say, you out.
Out. He was like, yes, this is a platform for journalism, for free free expression, but you can't express yourself freely on my platform.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Basically.
Pretty much.
I was like, wow. That just happened. That just happened.
Much.
That's crazy. What
else
stuff
is
like
going
that.
on, John?
Well, I don't know if y'all heard about this situation in Mississippi with the colleges. They're talking about by 2028. I think it is 2028. They're talking about you got to cancel. They have to close 8 universities. Is that what it say? 8 public universities could be closed.
Yep, 8.
Can y'all hear it?
Moving through the Mississippi legislature could close 3 universities. Senate Bill 2726 would order the state institutions of higher learning to close the schools by June of 2028. Now, under the proposal, IHL has to choose 3 schools by June of next year. An on-campus listening session would be required. The bill would also allow some programs at the closed school to be reestablished at one of the state's surviving universities. Right now, this bill is in the university. That's crazy.
That is crazy, right? And what makes it even crazier, though, and I don't know if you have this, the one slide that talks about the schools, the public universities in Mississippi, but the ones that show up on that list, look at them. Look at which ones are HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at you see what they have here. They have the number of students and the percentage difference in their enrollment from last year to this year, right? Or from 2022 to 2023. And look at the size, right? So University of Mississippi, let's just assume that one's out. Mississippi State, that one's out, right? Because there's too many kids that go to those schools.
I don't know how they're going to get rid of Jackson State. I don't know how the hell they're going to get rid of Jackson State.
I mean, so let's say they don't get rid of Jackson State, but the 3 smallest colleges on that list are either
Valley,
HBCU, right, a women's college or black colleges.
Yep.
I don't know about Delta State University. I don't know that one, but
I don't know that one. Yeah. Wow.
But basically, what they're saying is that 3 black colleges will be closing in the state of Mississippi.
So did anybody catch the reason? Like, is it a budget thing? Like the state can't afford to keep them up?
I think that's what it is.
Because I wondered that, and I was like, I didn't ever catch that, and I didn't look it up either.
Delta State's not an HBCU. I just looked it up. Delta State's not an
Delta
HBCU.
State is not.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
Well, but look at the number. Look at that one is the only that one in Mississippi Valley. They went up, right? Small colleges that actually increased in there. So if Alcorn State they went down. Jackson State, we know they went down right after whatchamacallit left, after Dion left. So they probably on a chopping block. You know what I'm saying?
So numbers are still pretty similar. I mean, they're still
right. They went down by 400. Not even.
Yeah,
not even 400 students.
Look at it like 100 for most of them.
Yeah, but
except for Jackson State.
You know.
But from my understanding, they were also, based on what I heard from the article, and obviously they didn't address it in that clip there. They're also looking at the impact that the schools have from the graduating students in the state. Right. So they want to see what impact do the graduating students have in the state of Mississippi. Yeah. And if they don't have that great of an impact in the state, I guess it's like a...
So let's be honest. Again, University of Mississippi, Mississippi State, those alum are staying in the state of Mississippi and giving back to those institutions in a big way, right? They are the reason why UMiss gets they are the boosters at UMiss at Mississippi State. So for sure, those schools ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you're right.
Jackson State I went through this whole thing with Dion, not just Dion, but the fact that Dion was like, they funneling money away from the program over here.
That's right.
And if you think about it, simply based on the number of students and the programs that exist at those HBCUs, they could say we're going to close those schools because those schools, A, don't have large numbers of students, and B, they could be like, oh, well, we're going to create, equity in the program by having the Jackson State students join Mississippi State, what I'm saying, campus, and they'll have more programming, they'll have better dorms, right? Like all those things could be part of that conversation that
tuition's going to go up too.
Yeah.
Which would mean less black students would be able, or less minorities in general would be able to go.
So you talk about Jackson State students transferring into those schools, that it's going to be a smaller percentage because some of them aren't going to be able to afford it.
Yeah. And so let's be real. A lot of people who go to HBCUs, a lot of us who go to HBCUs we want to go to HBCU. We intentionally did not choose a PWI.
Right.
So the likelihood of me transferring into UMiss is very slim to none.
Very low. Right.
I didn't think about that. You're right. That takes another percentage out.
There are people who say, I want to be near my people. I want to be. We find out how about to come back. How about to come back to this?
I know they actually working. They might do it.
They got like they
how much time?
Are they down by 3? Like a minute and something left. It's a commercial, or else I'll tell you exactly.
Okay,
but no, I mean there are a lot of people who say, you know what, or a lot of kids who say, I mean, think about it. I know, John, you different. Obviously, you went to a PWI, so we're just gonna go ahead and exclude you from this conversation. But think about it. Right? So we're back in the day when A Different World used to come on. Nah,
yeah,
no, A Different World was a program, and I can take this down now. A Different World was a program that introduced a lot of us to HBCU. Now, I know it existed way before A Different World, but that was A Different World, School Days, what other joints, and just watching a lot of our black shows back in the 80s and 90s when they would wear the HBCU apparels on, like Martin, Living Single, Cosby Show, just a bunch of different shows back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was wearing stuff that introduced us into that, us supporting our own in that culture. So a lot of us say, you know what, dope. This is. I
know we don't want to say his name, but Bill Cosby wore a black college.
I said Cosby.
Sweater.
Yeah, he said Cosby.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Do we really allow Because now we about to change subjects completely. It's they down by 3, Mike, with 1 minute and 2 left. Do we really allow that to overshadow all the good he did? Do we really allow the allegations?
Okay, hold up, because I still listen to R. Kelly music. And do you let what he did overshadow all the music?
Yes, you've been canceled, Mike. Yes, we do. We allow now.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about that, Mike? You know what's interesting about that, Mike? I actually just watched a Little Rail interview on Club Shay Shay, and he had that same comment. He was like, "Yo, people in Chicago still be bumping R. Kelly like ain't nothing happened."
Hey, truth be told, you know what's about to happen though?
What?
It's a lot of people who are about to vote for a president who grabbed the chick by the pussy.
And said if he don't win, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Right.
Oh my God, that was okay. I don't want to go into all that, but when I saw that mess, I was like, thinking about the what they call it, the insurrection on January 6th.
What no quotation? It was an insurrection.
If you
try to take the fuck over the Capitol, go ahead.
If America has already figured out or been told that his comments led to that, whether he caused it or whatever, he said comments and it led to it. What the hell when he talk about the bloodbath and you not think that that's going to cause some shit?
Like I said, Mike,
that's crazy.
People are Are we gonna let? And I ain't talking about.
Finally, follow this dude.
So again, are we gonna let? Sorry, I'm paying attention. I want to see if they're gonna hit this 3, because there's only 27 seconds left.
No, you good? Because I want to be kept up on that.
We in America are getting roofied all over the place. Okay, whether it's by Bill Cosby or.
Yeah,
they down 1, 17 seconds.
Down 1, 17 seconds, like 17 seconds. Time out. But
let's go HU.
But again, do you over? So back to Bill Cosby though. Are you gonna let? And even you want to say R. Kelly for that matter? I was bullshitting. But truth be told, people do look at Trump the same way. Those who support Trump look at the same way. Are you gonna let what they believe was the good things that they believe he did, and the good things that we know Bill Cosby did, and the good ass songs we know R. Kelly made? Do you let their indiscretions overshadow all the stuff all the things, the good memories that you had from the Cosby Show, all the times you bumped and grind with R. Kelly, and all the insurrection moments that the people had with Trump?
Okay, I'm gonna put it in context. If we don't pay attention to the things that they did that are bad, what are we saying about humanity? What are we saying about how much we care about people as individuals?
People care about themselves.
We don't care.
People care about themselves. People don't care. Because think about it, John. You were sitting there telling me, out of all the stuff that, if we want to go back to Trump for a second, out of all the stuff that he did, and I know we're not supporting him, but there are people, even black people, who will go support him after everything that he's done, everything that he's did. They still, at the end of the day, they go, you know what? Because I went to see Miss Pat the other day at a comedy show, and she said she is not voting for Trump. She don't like Trump, but she was like, since she's gotten this money, she is in a new tax bracket and like Trump's policies on finances because it benefited her ass. So again, we are selfish. We thinking about ourselves and go, you know what? I did like him for this, so maybe I'll forget everything else he did because I get the benefit over here. People don't care, John.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So for me to directly answer your question, I feel like you should take it for where it is and move forward. So, for instance, I feel like the indiscretions. I'm just going to talk about Cosby and R. Kelly for now.
Dang, that dude shooting 83%. That's hard. My bad.
The indiscretions. You acknowledge them, you penalize them, you give your punitive measures and you move on. But I don't feel like it should discredit other things that they've done, because even though it was the same person, it was a different context, it was different things. I mean, so with R. Kelly, yes, he did what he did, and he's paying for it. But that shouldn't discredit the music he made.
You know what?
You may start to think differently about some of them songs and be like,
yeah, I'm about to say, because he's saying some stuff in them songs that nobody should be repeating, honestly. Like,
honestly, there are a lot of artists who did the same thing. Keith Sweat,
Aaron Hall.
Aaron
Hall's a character, dog. I did not realize that dude is a character.
It's a lot of people who had some songs out that you'd be like, that you listen to the lyrics nowadays, you go, wait, what? Like, did y'all see? I don't know how we keep switching subjects, but did y'all see?
Because it's Man Cave, damn it.
On the ID channel, I know we really just shooting shit. On the ID channel, it was called Quiet on the Set. Came on this weekend.
I ain't see
it just came on this weekend, and it was about all the stuff that was happening behind the scenes back in the day on Nickelodeon that nobody knew.
Wait, I did see a clip from that interview from one of the kids who said that he got molested while he was sleeping on the couch.
Drake called for Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Yes. I watched the drink last night. It was a 4-part series. It was a 4-part series, really a 2-part. They did it. Damn, he missed the 3. Shoot the 3. Shoot the 3.
You ain't get fouled.
Shoot the damn.
Oh, they garbage. They garbage.
They can't shoot the 3 for nothing. They had 3 chances at 3.
Three.
And missed. One of them was a clear air ball. Bruh. Come on, Howard. Come on, y'all. Where was your shooters on the court? All right,
they don't have none. All they shooters
is over now.
Yeah, it's over now. 71-68.
But so this is my thing. Like there was other conversations about people. I had heard some other conversations prior to that show about how like there were producers and stuff. If you look back at some shows, how they would make the kids sit around on set with no shoes on because they had a foot fetish and stuff like that.
So you gotta go back and watch the drink. You gotta watch the drink. Came on ID channel Sunday and Monday. It's on demand if you want to go back and watch it. There was a lot more than just not shoes on, John. So I think the very first movie, it was what was the movie with Eddie Murphy? He played the zebra drink. And I don't know, but point is, there was a lot of innuendos where Eddie Murphy.
Chris Rock was a zebra.
What the hell? He played
Eddie Murphy?
Yes. Y'all about to yes, he was the damn zebra.
Oh, you mean the cartoon? You mean the cartoon zebra?
The cartoon.
You mean it was shit, what was that movie called?
I only remember Chris Rock being a zebra.
No. Eddie Murphy played he ain't played no zebra. He played a donkey.
Shrek.
Not Shrek. No. Okay, so okay, maybe it was Chris Rock.
Madagascar was the one with
yes, Chris Rock.
Okay, that was Chris Rock. Yeah,
Chris Rock. Madagascar.
That's okay.
So,
he said Eddie Murphy was a zebra. I was like, what?
In the movie Madagascar, donkey, zebra, they cousins. So
they cousins.
Chris Rock in the movie, and him and the lion are going towards each other. And I was taking my kids to see the movie, and they go, "Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea." Like that's an adult joke that kids wouldn't get. They're gonna go, I don't get what sugar, honey, iced tea is. But an adult will go, oh shit, that actually meant shit. And it was in a kid's movie. So there was a lot of that going on in a lot of the Nickelodeon shows where they had like a pickle joke, and they would literally stick pickles through like the door holes, like as if it was a glory hole, or
there's a scene with in That's So Raven, okay? That's So Raven. I just saw it the other day where Raven is eating she's eating a huge hot dog, and she's trying to figure out how to bite it.
We know that's
going on both ends of it. But wait, and then it's got what's his name? Orlando
Brown.
Another character.
And she bite into it. He was like, "Oh, my pants are getting tight." That's a joke he makes.
Oh, snap.
That's what I'm saying. So if you go back and watch the joint, there are a lot of jokes in a lot of these kid shows that when we was watching it back in the day, we like, oh, we ain't think nothing of it. But as you adults, you actually were like, yo, those was like some serious. So there were producers and writers who were literally writing a lot of adult jokes in these kid shows. And it was just like, it was going over kids' heads. But But not even
I didn't realize that they did it in shows. I know they do it in the movies because they're trying to also appeal to the adults. But I didn't realize they were doing it in the shows too.
It was another one where whatever show Ariana Grande was on or whatever before she became a music sensation.
Victorious.
That whole
Victorious. Yeah. There was an episode where she's on the bed with the water bottle upside down, pouring the water bottle on herself as if it was it's crazy. But yeah, there was a producer that wound up pretty much doing anything nasty as you could think of to one of the Nickelodeon characters, and there was another producer who wound up sending naked pictures to one of the little kids, and was talking about he had to fight temptations of trying to rape some of the characters, castmates. Yeah, it was crazy. If you ever watched it, go back and watch that joint. I was like,
I don't even think I want to see that, dog.
But see, that's the whole thing about like people letting their kids be child actors, you know what I'm saying? So this actually does speak to the whole R. Kelly thing, right? Because I think that the reason why R. Kelly was able to get away with it as long as he was is because there are people out there, parents out there, who are more focused on trying to have their kids be stars rather than watch their kids. Right?
But I'll say in the show, they interviewed some of the parents of these kids who were kids at the time, and some of the parents said they were on set and they would bring up some things, and they were either told to either A, you're being a nuisance to the show, so we can't have you here anymore, or B, do this for your son or do this for your daughter, or C, in the case of Drake, where Drake's father. Not Drake the rapper, but Drake Hall.
From Drake and Josh.
Yeah, from Drake and Josh. His father was his guardian because his parents had gotten divorced, and the vocal coach or whatever pretty much saw an opportunity to drive a wedge between him and his son, as well as his ex-wife, by going to the ex-wife and saying, "Hey, I think the father is," because he knew that the mother wasn't going to be as diligent, and the father was like, "Yo, don't leave him around him because I know something is going to eventually happen." He wound up finessing the mother out of it because Drake was like, "Yo, I want this opportunity, and so I'm gonna go be with my mother, and my mother's gonna let me do whatever I want." Well, the mother wound up letting the dude wind up being around him, and he wound up taking advantage of him. And another situation of who was Amanda Bynes, they wound up talking her into wind up having the whole emancipation situation by one of the producers, emancipating herself because they want the producers and some other people were playing her parents against her to say they're stealing money.
So what's the difference between that? What's the difference between that and Aaliyah marrying R. Kelly and Mariah Carey marrying
Nick Cannon?
What's his name? No. Not Nick Cannon, her first husband. What's his name?
Mottola or something?
Oh, Tommy Mottola. You know what I'm saying? All of those it's the same idea, right? It's like these young kids who have been put into these situations because their parents like want them to be able to be, stars or whatever, and they end up basically selling their kids to these men, to these people.
Pretty much,
like putting their kids in these bad situations because they want fame so much. Like, it's crazy.
Okay, but what about those parents who, because again, I can't believe that everybody is selling out. What about parents who feel like I can navigate that? I can, shield them from the impurities.
They can't. I'm gonna tell you why they can't. Because you need to have a certain level of being an insider in the industry in order to be able to have access to everything you need in order to keep your kids safe.
That was why
none of those parents have that access.
And that was why when I'm in the whole Drake Hall situation, the mother believed that since the producer had been around in the industry for so long, he was there in to everything that John just mentioned that was going on that would be able to keep her son employed, keep him safe around X, Y, and Z. When the whole time he was the damn
monster,
predator. And the predator. Yeah, predator was the word I was looking for. Yeah, predator. Yeah. Whole time he was the predator.
And you think about it, how many like kids, how many like now adults who were teen or kid actors
They buy
have their
Instagram because y'all about to
kids,
cut out.
have their kids in acting right now.
Oh yeah.
You don't
So
know.
okay, that's what I was just thinking, John. So what you said, it almost makes me feel like, you know, we're needing to push these people to not even let their kids act, but you can't do that.
They went back and interviewed a lot of the ones that were on a lot of these, All That, Good Burger, so on and so forth, and a lot of them, especially the women who now are mothers themselves, said hell no, they would never let their kids touch the entertainment industry. Wow. They would never let their kids touch the entertainment industry.
Because they know how dirty it is. They know how dangerous it is.
Ain't that some shit though?
It's crazy. That's I mean, that's it, but it's real. That's real. So
damn.
Yeah. It's wow. So while we looking at it on the opposite end, thinking it's all glitz and glamour, money, and this, that, and the third, it's a whole monster behind them cameras, dog. It's a whole monster behind them cameras.
I mean, I got a man who right now is, you know, trying to get his son into Disney. You know, I mean, he just spent a couple of weeks or at least a week down in Orlando with his son because they were, you know, scouting him, so to speak. Right. I can't think of the word, you know, but you know, so he took him down there. And,
did I ever tell y'all? Did I ever tell y'all that one of my students, when we left the Staples Center from the basketball game, was you there, Mike?
Mike wasn't there. Mike
wasn't there that night. So Ty, when we left the Staples Center from the basketball game or whatever it's called, not a Staples Center now, Crypto Arena. I looked up on the big screen out there in front of the
what's it called? Grammy Live, LA Live, Grammy Live.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So on the huge screen is a commercial for Disney playing. One of my students is in that. Matter of fact, he's the lead character in that commercial.
That's what's up. That's dope.
And see, we sitting here saying that's dope and that's good, but on the other hand, we also saying he about to get fucked.
But it depends though. It's the way they air used to. Everybody don't get it though, Mike. So I see what you're saying. I see
what we saying.
I see what you're saying, but it don't happen to everybody's cheeks don't get spread in the industry. But
all I was saying is that he in that industry and like you want to give him the praise for like being you know, up there in lights, you know what I'm saying, in the industry, but at the same time you want to be concerned. I'm concerned about him as well. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what he might be
like the booty hole out there in Hollywood.
Yeah,
according to Mike, you about to go get.
Hey, Cat Williams said it.
All right.
He said it.
That is the
oh my god.
That people in Hollywood and this entertainment, they getting swallowed.
Swallowed up. They getting swallowed up.
Yo, we gotta talk about that next. We ain't never talk about Diddy and how Diddy hadn't. We ain't talk about Diddy. We gotta talk about that next week.
Oh my god.
I'm scared for Diddy, man. I'm scared to see how far this is going to go because it seems like it's going to go.
He trying to be quiet as
a distance.
He trying to be quiet. He is not trying to get caught. He's trying to be quiet. He like, hopefully y'all forget all about me and everything that didn't happen.
Oh my god! But we are in the age of the shit's coming out, so yeah.
Yo, people talking already. Like it's ain't nothing. He can't hide that. He can't. Just go ahead and come out, man.
I think too many people know too many things.
All he got to do is say he bi. All he got to do is say he bisexual and just call it a day.
No, that ain't going to do it, John. He been doing just irreputable shit. So, I mean, he getting accused.
But there's a lot of people
he getting accused of just being bi.
I know.
John,
look, I ain't never been no fan of Diddy, so it don't matter to me what happened to him. Honestly,
I was like, kind of.
I mean,
I was proud of Diddy. I was proud of Diddy because he went to Howard. He had his comeuppance. You know, he did it the right way. I mean,
or did he?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know.
He clearly
but he worked. He worked from being a dancer to being a music exec and all that, and you saw that. So I was proud of him. But now
he slept his way to the top.
Damn.
He slept his way to the top.
He sucked his way to the top.
He spread his booty. He spread his booty hole and let it. He got swallowed up.
Hey,
and I don't believe the narrative. Like, I believe the narrative. I know we gotta go. I don't want to keep dragging this on.
That's John over there getting swallowed. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't want to believe the narrative that you got to do these foul things to get ahead, but I also believe that narrative that a lot of people got ahead because they did sell out. They did do foul stuff.
Got to pay. They got in order to be the boss, you got to pay the cost. And I'm laughing about John and the swallow. Which wasn't it? Was it you or was it Donnell? The last week that said John looked like them.
That was you, Mike.
Because the beard, man, is the complexion and the beard, and then on top of that,
John, go ahead and take your head ball and then come back
on top of the complexion and the beard. You do a good ass impression when he says that shit.
You do.
So now, when I see that, I see you.
Oh shoot!
Whatever.
Oh shoot! I heard he was at them
I'm
Diddy
glad
parties.
I don't see that often.
And they say he was at them Diddy parties too. Maybe that was John at them Diddy parties.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That was his twin.
Don't play me like that. Don't play me like that.
Oh,
Y'all garbage.
But yeah, it's foul to me, man. The world is so foul, dog.
You know, it's only
balance it.
It's always been this way. We just now being able to catch up to it. You know what I'm saying? To know that like all the stuff has been happening. People can't hide it no more.
Yeah,
people with money, they can do some strange thing. Money and power, not just money, but money and power. So you gotta have both.
Gotcha. All right, we over our time. Yeah. That's the end of the week, end of the show. I know we used to do an hour 30. We ain't doing
we're 10 minutes over.
We try to keep it within an hour.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
Same place, same time.
Stay with us.
Next week, Tuesday. We out. Peace.